Hello everybody, today I'm going to give you a driving tour of Uptown Sedona. So a lot of you might be familiar with Uptown Sedona because it is such a popular tourist destination, but what you might not know is there are some beautiful homes back in the neighborhoods, and I'm just going to take you through the main drag of what we call Uptown and then drive you back in a couple of little fingers to show you some of the homes that are back there, because if you're ever interested in buying a home because you're thinking of moving to Sedona, or maybe thinking that you might want to retire in Sedona in about 10 years and buy a vacation property now, and the other possibility, of course, is to buy a rental home in Sedona. I'm just going to take you through so you get an idea of what the homes look like in Uptown Sedona. Hello everybody, this is where I have made a turn towards Uptown Sedona from the Y intersection. When we talk about the Y intersection, it's basically the big roundabout, whereas if you go to the left, you're going towards West Sedona, and if you go to the right, you're going to Uptown Sedona. So you can see here, I am passing the first subset of restaurants and shops on the left. You would have Sound Bites. It's a really good restaurant. I think Wildfire Bread has a restaurant in there, and a few places where you could do shopping and get some tourist type activity, jewelry stuff, galleries. And then as I pass the light right here to the left is a t-shirt shop, really cool t-shirt shop on your left. And then as I continue on through Uptown Sedona, all sorts of fun touristy activities. You will have the fudge shop where you have all sorts of candy and fudge. You have a couple of restaurants. I've eaten about all of the restaurants here. You have a Mexican restaurant coming up. You have some of the shops. You have crystal shops. You have jewelry shops. You have art gallery type shops, little art stuff, little trinkets, souvenirs. So definitely a fun place. Everybody likes to go uptown when they are staying in Sedona. Now I'm going to continue on the way back. Actually, the roundabout that we're coming up is the one that takes you into Jordan. I'm going to take you up Jordan and kind of ride into the little neighborhood, because into the neighborhoods you get an idea of what the houses look like in Uptown Sedona. Now, Uptown is a very popular place to buy houses because it's right in the center of all the action. So here on the left, I am passing one of the older motels and then some shopping, and in this little shopping center before that church right there is this great rock shop where you can actually buy rocks by the pound. And now I'm passing the trading post, the old trading post company, where you've got a lot of stuff. You can buy beads, you can buy jewelry making supplies, little rocks, gifts, all sorts of stuff in that trading post, which is a good place to go if you've wanted to do some shopping on a budget. And now I'm going to take this roundabout and head back to where I came from, because if I could continue on here, I'd get to either Slide Rock State Park or the beautiful drive to go through Oak Creek Canyon, and then that will eventually get you to Flagstaff. But instead, I'm going to go back towards where we came from, and then I'm going to take the ride or the split at Jordan Road and take you a little more through some of the residential parts of Uptown Sedona. That Best Western on the right, or the left, that we're passing is a great place to stay, the Best Western. And then we're coming at some point on my favorite restaurant in Uptown, which is called Open Range. I think we're passing it now. And basically it's got either hamburgers or Mexican restaurant, and it's got a great view from anywhere you sit in the restaurant. So maybe here's the way into the Open Range. And so I am about to, at this next restaurant, I'm going to go take you to Jordan Road. And so as soon as we get past this light, we'll go up Jordan, which is another finger that comes off of Uptown, and then you're going to start to see some of the residential stuff. So as we go past, you see some people have been camping. They've got their RVs and they've parked uptown and they're doing a little bit of exploration. There's a very nice campground close to Uptown Sedona I could tell you about if you were ever interested in that. And here we are at the roundabout, and it's going to take you to Jordan. Now on the left, there are more shops right here, some crystal shops. There's the Star Motel, which is a really good place to stay. And now we're going to pass the Pink Jeep Tour Center. Again, there's a bunch of these Pink Jeep Tour Centers, so places to go. And then at the left is the the Peace Center, or Peace, I can't remember if it's Peace Surplus, but it's basically a crystal shop where they got all sorts of crystal and metaphysical stuff. Now on the right, you're going to be passing some condos and townhomes and places to stay. You're getting fewer businesses now because we're going into the residential area. Now at the left, we're about to pass it, is the Sedona Beer Company and Cureleaf. Now some people have asked me if there is a dispensary in, did I say that right? Anyhow, that's where the dispensary is in Sedona, if anybody's interested in that. Now I'm taking you through the residential area to Uptown. So very nice older homes here. A lot of them have already been renovated. These are very popular. They sell very fast. You don't see that many of them come up for sale, and when they do, they sell very fast. And so I am about to take you on to Smith Road. I'm turning onto Smith Road. There have been 2 homes that have sold on Smith Road within the last year. One sold about Labor Day last year for $920,000, and there's another one that is pending that was listed at $555,000, and I'm not sure what it will sell for until it closes, but because it's a possibility for short-term rentals. And I think that one actually needed a lot of work, but that one sold fast. I heard there were 14 offers on it, although I don't know if that's accurate. But anyhow, right now I'm driving through the neighborhood. This is a lovely neighborhood. Many older homes, many homes on great big lots, very well taken care of. This would actually be a great place to live or to have a second vacation home. So nice little neighborhood here in Uptown Sedona. The road will start to get kind of narrow, and I'm going to turn around before I get too far here, but I wanted to get an idea of what some of these homes look like, and it would be just a fun place to live. I like to explore this area, but then the road gets narrow, and so I'm going to turn my car around and take you back. Alright, I have turned my car around, and take a look to the left. That house was burnt out. It's a total loss, burnt almost totally to the ground. So that's kind of sad. But now through the neighborhood, as I go back towards Jordan, you'll just see what a nice peaceful neighborhood this is. And as I make around this corner, take a look at the view. So that is, of course, why home prices in Sedona are so expensive, because you have views just about everywhere. Now, if your home, say, if you're looking at a home and it's got a great view of the Red Rocks from your living room or from the backyard, that's going to make a premium price on that home. But sometimes you can get a home that is not great view, but a good price, and then if you just walk around the corner, you're going to have a good view. So even though you might not have a view from every house, many houses have a good view, even if you just are taking a walk around the block, which a lot of people that live in Sedona like to take daily walks. So it's very nice, and most of the places have, if not a view from the house, just a house or two on the block, you'll see a good view of the Red Rocks pretty much lots of places that you go. So now I am back on Jordan, headed towards the 89A, and wanted to get you to see a little bit of an idea of some of the homes on Jordan. Some of these are multifamily, like condos. There might be an apartment or two that you could rent here. Some of these are available for short-term rentals, which makes the price go up if you're trying to purchase one. And now we're getting closer to the businesses. Now I know people like living in this part of Uptown Sedona because if they want, they could take a walk. If they're in good shape, of course, not everybody can, but you can walk to Uptown and go to shopping or to restaurants and that kind of thing if you live, on Jordan, not too far from the 89A. So now we're approaching the 89A. I know to the left of me is a really good restaurant. I can't think of the name, but I know it when I see it. And I am about to hit that roundabout that will put me back on the 89A in just a second. And again, I might have mentioned that this video was recorded in mid-May 2023, so we are at the tail end of heavy tourist season. And so now I'm back on the 89A. Again, you can see there's a good view from just about every place. I am passing another pink Jeep tour hub, so lots of places to take a Jeep tour if you're interested in doing that, which is something really fun. I went on one a while back, and it was a little bit scary because the road was so rough and you're hanging out the back of a Jeep, but it was a really good time, and you got to see a lot of really cool stuff. And the tour guides also have a good wealth of information that they like to share with you. So now I am headed towards the Y. I am actually not going to go into West Sedona. I'm going to turn my car back around when I get past the Y. But this is, of course, the main congestion point of traffic. If you are here in tourist season, this intersection right here can be very frustrating because it will be backed up quite a ways, whereas right now it's not that heavy traffic. Even though it's May, still the weather is good. And there's the Hyatt on the right and the post office on the right. And there is on the left what used to be Burger King is now Filiberto's. But anyhow, what I was saying is this area can get a lot of traffic, but for this video it actually wasn't too bad. I'm passing Brewer and I am about to turn my car around. Alright, I have turned my car around again, but I went a little bit deeper into West Sedona because I wanted to let you see the view when you're going from West Sedona either to Uptown, or I'm going home at this point to Village of Oak Creek, and the view is always spectacular any time of year. Right now it's a very clear day, so you got a clear shot of the red rocks. I'm about to pass on the left Mariposa, which is a Latin-inspired grill, one of the nicer restaurants, which would be a great place to eat because take a look at the view you get from Mariposa. So, but my point is, any time of year you've got great views of the red rocks when you're coming from West Sedona going back home for me. And in the winter time it's spectacular. If you've had some of the snow just sitting on the top of the red rocks glistening, it's absolutely breathtaking. Now you can get some heavy traffic in this little strip right here during the heavy tourist season. So just a few weeks ago, I'll have to say March and April, the traffic is horrendous. And then again in October, November, very heavy traffic. Right now, today, it wasn't that bad. So again, we're in mid-May 2023. So on the left, you still have great views and not that much building activity going on. I am about to hit Brewer Road roundabout, and then past Brewer Road we're going to have the Y, but you'll see that on Brewer to the left you're going to have the post office that I just passed, and there's the Hilton or the Hyatt. And then on the right, you have the Filiberto's, you have a gas station and a couple small businesses. And then I'm gonna make a right at the roundabout right now, which puts me on the 179 heading home, which would be towards Village of Oak Creek, but I'm not going all the way home. I'm gonna actually stop at the Hillside Plaza, which is a great place. Now to the left, there's a furniture store on the left, and some people are looking to buy furniture. There's also a furniture store in the Village of Oak Creek, but I wanted to show you that one. I am headed towards Tlaquepaque right now. So Tlaquepaque, full summer greenery. It's absolutely beautiful. Traffic right now is not that bad, although they do have the crossing guard out today because we get heavy traffic going over to North Tlaquepaque, even though there are only a couple of businesses in North. You've got the bead shop, you've got a pet store, not really a pet store, it's like a specialty store with pet stuff. I'm about to cross the river right there, the creek bed. And you also have an ice cream store in Tlaquepaque North. So I'm not sure if it's really worth walking over there on a high traffic day, but you might want to do that. Now on the left, I've just passed there's some galleries on the left here, a couple of very nice art galleries. There's a very nice store for hiking supplies that gives you like hiking boots and hiking clothing. And then I'm not sure if we're ready. Okay, so we're about to go into Hillside Shopping Plaza, where you have the Hudson, which is a very nice restaurant. You have the Javelina Cantina, and you have very nice shopping there. And I am about to pull into my brand new office. So I have a new office with a much bigger facility, and if you ever want to meet me at my office, this is the new office that I'm going to be in about 2 weeks, which is probably going to be before this video is even published. And I want you to see the view from the parking lot of this new office because it's really fantastic. And parking is also better. You won't have to park across the street at the library and walk over if you're meeting me here during the very busy tourist time, so that part is nice. But just take a look at the view from this Hudson hillside plaza. It's very beautiful. So I hope you enjoyed the video and the Uptown Sedona driving tour. Well, that's it. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the tour of Uptown Sedona. My name is Dawn Dickinson. I am a realtor here in Sedona, Arizona, and I sell property in Sedona, Verde Valley, Flagstaff, and the Prescott area. If you're ever interested in learning more about buying or selling a home in Sedona, please go ahead and give me a call, text, email, and I will get back to you. The channel is Living in Northern Arizona, where I post videos every single week about the Northern Arizona towns and what it's like to live here. So if you like this type of information, I hope you give me a thumbs up and subscribe and come back, because I post videos every single week, and I hope to see you back here again next week.